Good afternoon, Nuno.
Hello.
First of all, team news. How's Chris Wood in terms of, you said after the game on the weekend, it wasn't great news. So what is the...
He's improving. He's improving. He's getting better day by day.
Do you know kind of roughly when to expect him back?
We have to assess. Yeah, we have to assess him day by day. It's all about him being pain-free and then getting back to fitness. And
in terms of the scan last week that he had, so is it a hip?
Yeah, it was a big contusion, you say? Yeah. So it's very painful.
Do you have any other injury concerns?
Yeah, of course. Of course we have. After we played extra time and it was a demanding game, we have to assess them all.
Anyone in particular that you can share with us that might be a doubt for the game? Or is it really like everyone was at the physical limit against?
I think we are recovering well. I think the joy and the happiness of coming through and play at Wembley will sure give us another extra run for tomorrow, for sure.
Just on that, I mean, talk to me about the joy after that shootout, after making history, first FA Cup semi in a very long time.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Everybody enjoyed. The fans enjoyed, and that is more important than anything. The players, but it lasts so short. Now we are again focused on the game.
I know we usually talk about tactics in football, but can you just talk to me about the growth and mentality of this group? You know, over the last 12 months to come through another penalty shootout in the cup, while also balancing, competing in a trophy as well as the league, maintaining that consistency. How proud of you to see that growth in mentality of the group? I
think we are doing really well, really well. It was 3 extra times already, 3 shootouts that we managed to do well and go through. Credit for the players. It's all about concentration, it's about focus, determination, and to do the right things. At the same time, trying to prepare well the next game, and I think we've been dealing well. So hopefully tomorrow is another case that we can perform well.
Can I just ask you about Ryan Yates as well? You know, that moment felt very fitting for someone like him, of course, his upbringing in the club, but also as the captain. And I mean, how proud of you are you of him? Because you even mentioned to us last week when we were talking about England players, say Morgan, Callum, you said out of nowhere Ryan should be considered as well, and to that level. So just give us a bit more about him.
It was a very special moment for him, for all of us, but for him was incredible. Just to see his smile running all the pitch after 120 minutes, I was surprised, but it meant a lot. That's what I said in an example. When you are happy and enjoying, you always have an extra run to give. He made it, but club captain all his life here, he's in over the moon.
And looking ahead to Manchester United, now back to the league form. I mean, with a few games, more than a few games left, but how much focus will be on these next few games to try and cement a Champions League spot for next season?
Total focus on tomorrow. Total focus only on tomorrow. Then we'll see. But it's always the same approach. Tomorrow is the most important one.
And just final one from me. At home, your record has been so impressive, unbeaten for a very long time, but the performances against some of the best teams in the league have been some of the most impressive as well. What's been the key ingredient
for those
ground.
Games? The city ground. I always say it's the city ground. It's the
How
noise.
much do you emphasise that with the players? You know, but maybe before the season started, about making the city ground a fortress, because the first season the club came back, it was fantastic as well. Then.
Yeah, it's major. It's home form in the Premier League is huge for every team, and we've been able to do it due to the support that we have in our fans. The city ground is very special. Have you been here?
Very
under the lights.
Yes.
Beautiful place to be and play football.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ivan.
Yeah. Nuno, well done for progress so far. I know you'll be keen to emphasise, though, that the job this season is far from finished. What's it going to take to manage this situation? You're in danger of being victims of your own success, as they say. It brings with it its own pressures.
We are delighted. We are delighted that we're gonna play more matches. We are delighted that we are gonna able to have chances to perform and improve and grow as a club, as a squad. And we are in the final stages of the season, so we are delighted to be in this position.
You faced yet another long, draining cup tie only on Saturday evening. The turnaround is really very quick. What impact will that have on your preparations and indeed on the game itself for tomorrow night?
No excuses. Don't give me one excuses. There's no... We're going to go. We're going to go. We're going to assess the players. We're going to prepare the game. And we're going to compete.
Can you get back to the level you need to in that short time, though?
It's very difficult on the players. It's very difficult on the players. But like I said, we see them and they are recovering well. Always being positive. So we are confident that we can perform against a good team.
I mean, it physically drains the players. It also mentally drains the players. But I also think it must drain the staff, yourself, the people around you. You have preparation for each game. How does it impact that when you've got such a tight turnaround?
We try to anticipate. We try to anticipate and try to prepare before, and keeping the same routines. Of course, on this short turnaround, it's all about recovering. But fortunately, the match is on the evening, so will give us still the day to have time to finalize the final details, and we're going to be okay.
It's a potential to complete a first league double over Manchester United since 1992, the days of Brian Clough. I don't know whether these things are things you're aware of, but it's yet another sign, isn't it, of the progress you're making, that is in your sight.
Of course, I think the boys have been able to break a lot of records already. It's another one. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Tomorrow is going to be tough. Man United, a good team, good players, good coach. But you are at home, so we are confident.
But, of course, every manager says that of most opposition out of respect. What are the particular challenges that this United team that is evolving give you?
The quality of the players, the quality of the squad. You can see the quality of Man United players all over the pitch. They have options, and good options and solutions.
Wish you well.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Ivan. Colin.
Hi there. I just wanted to ask you briefly about Callum Hudson-Odoi, who we've been hearing from this week. Just talk to me about what you think he's brought to this side over this season.
What have you been listening? What?
We've been hearing from Callum Hudson-Odoi this week. We've got an interview with him. I wanted to ask you what you thought of him.
I think he's improving. He's improving. I think he had outstanding performances this season, and he's getting better and better.
One of the things he mentioned, and it's something we've talked about before, has been the atmosphere around the team. He talked about the vibe being very good in around the training ground. How much is he a contributor to that?
A lot. I think he's the first step to achieve anything. You have to have pleasure and enjoy who you work with. And Callum is a happy boy playing and working with his teammates. That's the platform to improve his game.